Have we ever thought about the idea that even superheroes need to take a break now and then? We peek in on a metro subway car in Paris.
It sure is nice to take a vacation in Paris as Hal Jordan. No one would ever guess that I'm actually Green Lantern.
Meanwhile, in the subway switching center.
My control panel, it is shorted out. The train number 7 is out of control. Oh no, we have switched to the wrong track, and we headed right for an oncoming train.
Then again, how about a busman's holiday? A working vacation, so to speak. But he can relax, it's being taken care of.
Great galaxies, it's Sinestro.
That's right, my green friend. I hear there's some trouble in the subway.
Yes, and I'll see that you don't cause any more.
There's no time for quarrels. A disaster needs preventing. My power ring will handle it.
Okay, that's different, but Sinestro isn't the only one being odd.
Okay, Mort, let her rip. There's millions here. This'll be our last job.
I'll make sure of that.
Batman!
You ain't catching us so easily.
They're getting away, Batman.
Not to worry, Toyman is on the job. He sends a little toy motorcycle cop after the car. But the Legion is just getting started.
We've snagged the building and punctured the blimp.
In 1978, about the only blimp still operating was the Goodyear blimp, and it was used for advertising, aerial shots of sporting events, and publicity stunts. It didn't carry passengers. I think someone mistook 1978 for 1928.
The airship is dead ahead, Hawkman. You take care of the passengers. I'll seal the leak. I've got to stop the leaking gas. Grodd, I don't believe it.
Is that a way to thank someone who just saved your life?
Me take care of them.
He brings it down for a soft landing. What's going on here?
Nothing, Hawkman. We're just tired of continually fighting the Super Friends and losing.
We change. Now Legion of Doom is Legion of Good.
Well, there goes the rest of the season. With them going around fixing everything, I guess Green Lantern can resume his vacation.
Super friends, I am Lycan of planet Santa. Solar flares from our double sun are ravaging Santa. Only you can help before it is too late.
Santar is trillions of light years from Earth. We'll have to leave immediately.
Trillions of light years. To the best of our knowledge, the entire universe is only 13 billion light years big. That means this planet is an impossible distance outside the known universe. They couldn't call someone closer to them because those shops were all closed for an inter-universe holiday. As usual, everybody else knew about it. It's embarrassing the way these other life forms don't feel like they can take us anywhere.
There's no need, Superman. The Legion of Good is already on the way. We'll take care of the Santar's emergency and prove to you once and for all that we are good.
Those fools. We'll show them we're good, all right. Good at conquering justice.
Exactly. And we'll do it by traveling far into the future, where there aren't any super friends to bother us. In the meantime, I'll leave a clue on planet Santar.
There are some things I don't get. If the plan is to go way into the future and conquer that Earth, why bother telling anybody? Just disappear and let them wonder what happened to you. I don't see how all this phony do-gooding fits into it either. While the Riddler heads to that planet, the others transport themselves to the year 3984. How's Riddler supposed to get there? The Earth is a wreck, and the people are living inside some kind of energy bubble.
Yerba, the Barlocks are attacking the city again.
My mistake. The ones inside the bubble are the Eloi, and the others are the Morlocks. Excuse me, Varlocks. Don't want to violate any copyrights. But this time the Eloi have figured out how to keep the Varlocks from eating them.
Don't worry, Femora. The protective domes have kept them out of Earth cities for hundreds of years.
What if they break into our capital city? They could get control of the entire planet.
They won't.
They've turned on the sun! Quick, to the caves!
The Legion headquarters materializes just outside of town, and a few of them go exploring.
If this is what the people of Earth are like now, we should have little trouble taking over the planet. Take them into the caves!
Okay, they may have some abilities that we didn't see coming.
You have come from the domed city to destroy us. Now we punish you. They seem to have great powers, but don't know how to use them too well.
I say we get rid of them.
No, they're just what we need.
Luther convinces the Varlocks that they're as interested in conquering the domed city as the Varlocks are, so how about teaming up?
I wonder how our newly changed Legion of Good is doing.
It's the trouble alert.
Super friends, I don't understand. Why haven't you come? You could have helped us, but now it's too late.
They didn't bother to check up on things. They just trusted Luther and company. It may be time to consider suspending their superhero licenses.
The Legion of Doom. We should have known better.
We've got to get to Santar and see if we can be of any help.
There's not much they can do, though. The whole place has been melted into slag.
If it weren't for the Legion of Doom, we could have saved Santar.
Look, there's the Hall of Doom now.
Better late than never, super friends. Now I've got a riddle for you. We'll slip through your fingers if you give us the room, so be very careful or you'll end up too.
That's not really Legion HQ, it's a balloon. They chase it into space where it pops.
Oh no! Whatever kind of gas it was filled with is breaking down our molecular structure.
There's nothing we can do. In a few moments, our atoms will be scattered into space.
I don't even want to think about whatever science is behind that, mostly because I have a feeling right here is the only place it exists.
Wait a minute, there's still a chance. If I can create a magnetic field with my lightning energy, our atoms may be able to pull back together.
It's working!
We're solid again.
We've got to contact the Hall of Justice and inform the others of Riddler's clue.
As I said, back at the Hall of Justice, they're working on figuring out Riddler's clue. I still wonder how he's supposed to catch up with the others. Maybe he isn't. Maybe this is their way of ditching an annoying member.
The security alarm. Someone's approaching the front entrance to the city.
The Barlocks must be attacking again.
They're not Barlocks. They're like us.
The Barlocks are attacking them. Quick, open the dome gate.
Hurry! Into the city!
Close the gate.
It won't close.
The Barlocks are entering the city.
Halt, or we'll freeze you.
Next time, freeze first and talk later. It won't take long to subdue the whole city.
You tricked us. We thought you needed help.
We did. Help to get us into the city so we could take it over.
Now you'll have to play the game by our rules.
It's time we announce to the world they have new leaders. At last, the Legion of Doom has conquered the Earth.
Whoop-de-doo. Take a look at it. You conquered a mess. They gather a bunch of gold, jewels, and other useless stuff around them and proclaim themselves rich. Now, what can they do with all that stuff? Sit there and look at it. That's what it's good for in this world. But apparently it's good enough for the Legion.
I say it's not enough.
Or not. Nothing is ever enough for the chronically greedy person. They waste their lives constantly wanting more.
Why be satisfied with the Earth when with the power at our disposal we could rule the galaxy? With the Barlocks under our command, we could conquer every planet within the Milky Way.
Why stop there? Before long, we could control the entire universe.
You're gonna need to hire a lot of administrators to do that.
Slip through your fingers, end up in a tomb. That's it. What is it that slips through your fingers?
Sand.
Right. And where will you find a tomb in the sand?
Holy pharaohs, of course. The pyramids of Egypt.
The Legion of Doom is probably there now. Come on.
Another thing that slips through your fingers is time, Batman. Time eventually puts all of us in a tomb. And we don't even have to build a pyramid.
This is the last pyramid, Batman. If we find nothing in this one, we must have deciphered the clue wrong.
This is the end of the line.
And not a sign of the Riddler or the Legion of Doom.
That's what you think, super fools! You figured out my clue perfectly, except for one thing. You weren't careful enough and wound up in a tomb. But not the Pharaoh's tomb, your tomb!
You have to appreciate how they're polite enough to stand there and let him finish talking instead of doing something and interrupting him. He's got Batman, Robin, and Samurai trapped in there. Scarcely a challenge for any of them. Batman will take care of this.
The Bat Mini Jack should do the trick.
It looks like the Riddler was prepared for our escape. He has left us another clue.
You've escaped with your lives, but to us you're long dead. If you bet you can find us, we'll be $1 ahead.
Holy confusion, Batman. What does it mean?
It's simple, Robin. Where would the Legion of Doom have to be for the Super Friends to be long dead?
In the future.
Right.
As we've seen before, time travel is just a fact of life in this universe. Thing is,
cats got it, some cats ain't.
And if we bet we can find them, they'll be $1 ahead. $1 equals 100 cents. Short for 100 centuries.
Of course, Batman. The Legion of Doom has gone into the future. 10,000 years.
We've got to notify the others at the Hall of Justice.
their three ain't got it, so they have to call the cats that got it. That would be Superman, Flash, and Green Lantern. They follow the clue to 10,000 years in the future.
According to my telescopic vision, there are no life forms anywhere.
There may be no life forms, but there is something. Look!
If that's not a life form, I'd really like to hear what it is. Their powers are having no effect on it. Suddenly, they're trapped in a giant web with 5 of these things gathered around. And they look hungry.
These creatures have drained my molecular energy and I can't speed up enough to cut loose.
We've only got one chance left. If we can combine our powers, we may have enough energy to break free. Quick, I'll try my heat vision. Focus your energy where I aim.
That still leaves the problem of no human life, which means no Legion of Doom.
We don't get fooled again.
Actually, you did. But there may be a chance to come out of this smelling like a rose anyway.
Great Scott! Books! We must be in a library. A history of the Earth from the year 2000 to 7000. It looks like the Riddler's attempt to throw us off has backfired on him. According to this book, a group of strangers from the past took over the planet in the year 3984.
Off to the year 3984, where Luthor's minions have been attacking planet after planet and forcing surrenders.
We've finally done it! No more Super Friends and a galaxy at our fingertips!
As soon as we've refueled, we'll conquer the entire universe.
You'll have to conquer us first, Luthor.
Super Friends!
It will be a pleasure to conquer you.
Oh good, I'm glad it'll be pleasant. You can start any time.
Quick, into the attack ships!
A neutron torpedo will slow them down.
2 can play at this game, Sinestro.
I repeat, you can start conquering them any time. Luthor calls a retreat, but Superman won't let him.
Sorry to spoil your future plans, Luthor, but it's time to return the Earth to its rightful rulers.
Thank you, Super Friends. We'll see to it that the other planets of the galaxy are returned to normal.
Good. And we'll see to it that the Legion of Doom is returned to the 20th century.
You probably noticed that Riddler is with them. No, we don't know how he got there.
It looks like the Legion of Doom has finally created a proper future for themselves.
There's one thing I don't understand, Super Friends. How could you have possibly found us when we could have been anywhere in the future?
It was simple. We found a history book that told us exactly when you conquered the Earth.
In fact, we knew for certain that we'd capture you, too. How could you have possibly known that?
Very easily. Not only did this book tell us the Legion of Doom took control in 3984, it also mentioned that they were captured shortly afterwards by the Super Friends.
You gotta read the whole book, clear to the end. A buddy of mine was talking with some of those door-knocking people who think they have a special book that nobody else has, and they said they had found some other ancient book that confirmed what their stuff said. My friend asked a question about it, and they said, well, they're not finished translating it yet. My friend said, then forget it. You gotta translate the whole thing because you never know. You might get all the way through the book and the last two words are, never mind. Luthor's downfall was, it never occurred to him or any of the others that somebody might be writing this down. That means Superman's answer to Riddler's question is pretty simple.
I've read the back of the book and we will.
They said they had found some other ancient book. Good grief.